Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka James Kazal on MTGO, coming back for another donation bonus league. This list comes to us from Patreon subscriber Adam, and Adam's request was to try out Unearth in a Grixis control build. Now, Unearth is a very economical and efficient card. For 1 black, you can return a creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it's like a reanimate you don't have to spend any life on. It only hits your graveyard and only hits creatures with CMC 3 or less, but I mean, still pretty good. But it gets even better. If it's dead, you can cycle it for 2. It's a classic cycler. Back in the Urza Saga days, or Saga block, I mean, I believe every card with cycling had a generic cost of 2 on it. And if the card was not useful for you at the moment, you could just cycle it and get another card. Super powerful mechanic. We all know how much I love modality. And Unearth has often been thought about in Legacy alongside value creatures like Snapcaster Mage, Vendillion Click, and now there are even more. We've got, I mean, Baleful Strix was also around in the past, but also Psychic Frog is the most popular Legacy card right now, and it is a 2-drop. Unearthing one of those could be pretty powerful. Unearthing Bowmasters could be a real quick line to victory if you just need to get some blockers out of the way. I just mentioned Vendillion Click, Nimble Obstructionist, I guess. Brazen Borrower, these two are more kind of like things you don't really want to unearth because you'd rather Kolaghan's command them. They have added utility. But, in a pinch, if you just need a 3-power attacker and you can lock up your opponent's next draw step, maybe unearthing one of those is not so bad. I kept the surrounding shell pretty similar to what I've been running just because I didn't want to go too crazy here. And then over in the sideboard, I have a few other fun creatures. Opposition Agent and Plague Engineer both get brought back by Unearth. Fulminator Mage, I've played this card in the past, and I do really love it. It's a holdover from the modern Jund days. For 3 super castable black or red, you get a Gray Ogre if you need to attack, or you can destroy a non-basic land, which is super nice with Kolaghan's command, or if we like Fulminator Mage, Unearth Fulminator Mage, send Eldrazi back to the Stone Age or the Noodle Age. I'm looking forward to trying that out. And then the one request Adam had was to try out Harsh Mentor. It's another creature that you can unearth, and for 1 and a red, it's a 2/2. Hate Bear, you could say. When an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land on the battlefield, if it isn't a mana ability, Harsh Mentor deals 2 damage to that player. So Nadu wants to spam activations. They'll won't get more than 10 with the Harsh Mentor around, that's for sure. And it probably has a lot of other great use cases, and I'm looking forward to trying it out just because it's a cool card. And I thought also, with all these creatures coming back, we got to bring back From the Catacombs. This is a card that has been absent from my lists since Modern Horizons 3 dropped. I'm not really sure why, though. Maybe because Control is not popular at all. I haven't really run into Beanstalk or anything like that. I think the most popular Control deck might even be Jeskai right now, and they like exile effects. Although sometimes they'll Pyroblast your Strix or whatever, and then you can get a target from the Catacombs. From the Catacombs, I think if I was up against Jeskai, I'd still side this in. It's better than like Psychic Frog or something like that. So yeah, brought it back. Hopefully I get to play this again in the real deck. Or not the real, you know what I mean. Something more normal in the channel. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm excited to play with Vendillion Click. I'm excited for all these creatures. I'm excited to unearth. And I'm excited for the modality on Unearth. If you want to see me play your deck, it doesn't have to be Grixis Control. It can be whatever you want. Consider joining the Patreon. $5 tier will get you a donation bonus league after 3 months. But if you don't want to wait that long, just DM me and we can work something out. Or the $2 tier gets you an additional league each week. I think I'm just starting to change it up. It used to be a daily match, but I think people have spoken and said they'd rather just get those 5 matches all at once in the form of a league. So I think we might be doing that going forward. Double the content for not double the money because I put out everything for free. So double zero is still zero, but I think $2 is a pretty good deal. All right. Yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subs. Let's do it, everyone, and let's play some Unearth Grixis Control. All right, welcome to round 1 here. We have an Unearth and 2 creatures that like Unearth, so we'll try this out. It's the whole point of these videos, right? Try out the cards that are sent to me. Personal tutor. Okay, we're up against Doomsday. Bowmasters is pretty good against that, as is Force of Will. They ran out of Lotus Petal, so assume their hand is Monosaurus. Then that's 3 other cards that could protect their Doomsday. We draw a land, that's bad. So hopefully it's not Force Blue card. Hopefully they're just counting on days to get through here. And we'll see what happens. And then if they have to fight to protect their combo, okay, they must have a land in there, right? Maybe they can't defend against Bowmasters. Or if they do, maybe we can unearth Bowmasters. Okay, this leaves them with 1 card. I'd be surprised if it wasn't a land, but it's very possible. They'll be at 9. Plenty of life to win through a Bowmasters. So we're kind of actually out of options here if they just go for it next turn. But if they don't have Cavernous Souls in their hand, their Oracle will be counterable. Unless they do like a Deep Analysis pile or something like that. I don't know. Or if they're reliant on Street Wraith, it's possible they won't have enough life to get there. No, but they probably should. Especially if we're tapped out because of Bowmasters. Something very powerful about turn 2 Doomsday. And if their last card in hand is Brainstorm, well, that doesn't work because then I think you need 1 other card in your hand for the Brainstorm pile to work. Let's see what's going on. Okay, they're working with 1 Oracle over there. Every Doomsday is accounted for. Every force is accounted for. Last card might be Daze. I only see 3 Dazes. Here's an Edge. We only have 1 land, so that makes sense. So yeah, it appears that both Street Raids are in the mix. This deck might only run 3 days, though. I'm not sure. We'll top anything here. Nothing else is going to help us, so yeah. Let's make them play weird. All right, you're up. I wonder how many Thoughtseize this deck runs. Yeah, they're passing. Okay. Yeah, we might actually have a shot at this. I'm guessing they just drew a Daze or something like that. Or if they have a Cycler right now and start moving through their pile. Then we could try and blow up their Lotus Petal. Okay, they do have Daze. Yep. Double Bowmasters. Is that good enough? No, it's not. Bowmasters plus Lightning Bolt is good enough. Yeah, this only has 4 damage. Look for Bolt. Yeah, this will not be good enough. I assume they'll just go for it anyways. Maybe it would have been good enough if they have to use Street Wraith here. But they don't. Yeah, they would have won at 1 life. The ETB plus 2 triggers, that's... Okay, I'm losing my mind, apparently. Alright, consign. Thoughtseize. Not really sure what their like plan B is. Doomsday decks usually have a few. I didn't see any Psychic Frogs, though, and maybe they're in the sideboard, I don't know. We'll find out. For now, let's side down on Edict. Also, I find Cling to Dust not very impactful. And Kolaghan's command is kind of slow. And trim 1 frog. Force of Will looking good. 2-1 beater is also pretty impactful. Start with a ponder. I feel like posturing is more important than in this matchup, more so than almost any other matchup. Since Doomsday always has to think about what they need to play around. Ponder again. They're keeping a card on top, it looks like. And not doing anything. I'll draw that Scalding Tarn. Run these out. You just start dealing damage to Doomsday, they run out of time really quick. Yeah, that's totally fine. We're still dealing damage. Yeah, I'll take a 1 mana Bowmasters. Just keep on beating up on them. Alright, they'll be out of time very soon now. Seems like a tough choice, though. Most brainstorms are, especially in Doomsday. No concession, though. Sometimes that happens after someone's forced to brainstorm into a Bowmasters. Read 'em and weep. I mean, they could still maybe do this if they go like land, Dark Ritual, Doomsday. They took Brainstorm. Can they really beat this? I'd be kind of blown away if they could. Yeah. Oh, I see what's going on here. It's not too much of a solution, though. Are they just gonna, like, trade with my army right now? I'm guessing so. No, they're not. Okay. Are they gonna attack with Baragoyf? Because I could probably take him out on the back. It's probably better if I block, though. I don't want them milling over another Baragoyf and then all that happening. Nile Spellbomb? I guess I'll snap Brainstorm now. Put Lethal on board. And if that doesn't work, maybe the 2 damage from Kolaghan's command can get over the line. If they exile my graveyard, it's a bit of a wash. I'll force back. Not sure what their last card could be. Probably not Baragoyf. Flusterstorm. Okay. Then yeah, this will work. Unless they draw something like Fatal Push off their Spellbomb. And even then, if they'd have to fire it right now. They don't. Go ahead and put them to 1. Now I have forced blue cards, so it seems very unlikely for this to go wrong. Alright, great. They didn't resolve Doomsday, so we didn't get to see exactly what the deal is over there. Harsh Mentor. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't think they do any of that. But the creatures are a problem. If they have Barragoyf, they definitely have a Psychic Frog. I'm less enthusiastic about Surgical Extraction in that case. Gotta leave an Unearth. It's kind of the point of the video. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be a frog deck if they're going to try to be one. I'd rather just stop them because we have plenty of ways to get over the line. We got flying threats. We have three power flash beaters, which is crazy. No, 4 if you count Opposition Agent, but that one does not fly. Still good though. We can trim 1 Thoughtseize on the draw. Well, actually, Thoughtseize is kind of our best card against this deck. If Doomsday has no cards in hand, then they're like definitely losing. Trim bolts, I guess. Yeah, bolts are not going to be good. It's fun to like catch them off guard with bolt after they resolve Doomsday, but in general, it's not going to be a reliable way to win. You could trim a land on the draw. We usually operate on pretty low land count against Doomsday. I don't hate that. It's probably too late. There's some lag going on right now. Usually means the match is starting. Yep, here we go. Gotta mulligan that. That sucks. Can't keep that one. Fortunately, they're also gonna mulligan. Much better. A little soft to the creature half, but hopefully Brainstorm can help out in that regard. I'm gonna bottom one of the Brainstorms. Like if they Doomsday on turn 1 and can beat a Force of Will, they probably won't have much interaction after that. And they'd have to use Thoughtseize or just have a double Oracle pile to beat Consign at that point. If they do Doomsday right now, they don't, but I would probably pitch Narset because the game probably won't go long enough to cast it. Okay, Brazen Bar was a good draw. Undercity Sewers, yep. Bit of a decision, it seems. And they keep the card on top. Rainforest. Brainstorm, yep. None of the cantrips seem easy today. I think I'm surveilling 100% of the time here. Well, if I have to force and then they daze, I'll pay for daze before surveilling, of course. I'd rather beat daze than surveil. I wonder if they're trying to win right now. It's usually what a brainstorm accompanied by heavy contemplation means. But they'd have to get through force and consign, which is not easy. But I mean, if they have the cyclers, if they have 2 cyclers, Dark Ritual and Doomsday in their 5-card hand, then can make it happen. Can really make it happen. They're gonna ponder. I think we're safe. I mean, they could still Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Doomsday, Cycler, and go for it. But it would be kind of risky against an opponent who mulliganed with purpose. But they don't know that. Maybe they think I mulliganed because I had absolutely nothing to do. There's a lot of reading your opponent that goes on with Doomsday, which makes the deck exceptionally difficult to play online for that reason. I've never played it in paper though. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. I want to try it in paper at least. I think it's a really cool deck. I've been wanting to make another Doomsday video for a while. Last January, it's been almost a year, I was playing a lot of Doomsday and Legacy and enjoying it. Maybe it's time for a little break again. Unearth. I'll bin that for now. Perfect. an an unfuckwithable card like Nimble Obstructionist goes a long way against a deck that wants to set up its defenses just so. Personal Tutor is fine. We're kind of ready to fight the Doomsday Half, in fact. I mean, I'll still point a force at it, but yeah, it's kind of like the battlefield we want to meet them on. But we need a third land. We really need a third land. Put back Strix and Brazen Borrower. How about it? Damn. Well, it's not too late. Can brainstorm again. Crap. Killing me right now. So do I ponder right now or just accept this is what's going on and hold, like, keep some way to beat Daze? I'm not beating Daze anyways, like, I can't replicate Consign. Bowmasters is one of the only castables left. And I think I'd rather have Vendillion click than Narset at this point. Assuming they're going to force through their Doomsday, the game's not going to go long enough for Narset to matter, unfortunately. Not when Nimble Obstructionist is just a lot more impactful, you know? Okay. Please work. Shuffle. Not really the land I was hoping for, but it is a land. This game is so funny. It is a land, you must admit. Exile Vendillion click. Forcing back. Okay. You got it. But yeah, they need to work Thoughtseize into their pile now. I mean, if they have Lion's Eye Diamond and a Cycler, like I said, they just got us. If they have two Cyclers, they also just got us. But they pitched Brainstorm. That's usually a card that's pretty helpful when you're trying to win on the same turn with cards still in your hand. They need to pass the turn here. I really need them to pass the turn. I'm also holding up red, so I think they should find it pretty suspicious that I didn't like Red Blast a Force of Will, I guess. I don't know. Nothing really makes sense. If they can go for it right now, they definitely should. But I gotta hope that they can't. And the fact that they are kind of contemplating the pile right now makes me really think that they are, yeah, they don't have a quick and easy route here. Okay, yeah, Lion's Eye Diamond is in exile. We are safe. I see one Thoughtseize. I see two Thoughtseizes. I think that's how many Thoughtseizes they have. I see one Edge of Autumn and no Street Wraiths. I do not see any Thassa's Oracles. They might have cited one out, or they might be just going for a double Oracle pile. I have both of them covered. Nimble for one, Consigned for the other. Although I could just Edict the first one too. That also works. Yep. Uh-huh. Was I supposed to Bowmasters? Okay, how dangerous is it right now to consign to memory? I think it's safest to Edict this first one. If they can deal with that, if they force, then it's completely safe to consign here. But I'm guessing they have an Edge of Autumn, unless it's the next card in their deck. But I'm pretty sure their hand right now is like Edge, something, and then they have Cavern and oh wait, no. Cavern's right there. Well, that's interesting. Let's see if they fight over that. Maybe they want to fight over Bowmasters. I'm expecting them to cycle Edge right now. Oh, they did have Force. Okay. So yeah, their last two cards are probably a Cycler and Thassa's Oracle. Although they might have Unearth, but that's the same difference. And no Unearth pile is going to work here. Yeah, here we go. I gotta spread the word about this card. I gotta spread the word about this card. So game one I felt a little silly about, but no, double Bowmasters wouldn't have worked. I was just getting confused because I'd already looked at their life total post one of the Bowmaster triggers. So yeah, another Bowmasters just would have, they would have been at one no matter what. Okay, cool. And we got to cast Unearth. Pretty fun first match. Let's keep going. Welcome back for match number 2. We've won the die roll. And despite having the strange basic Mountain Strix hand, I think we got to keep functional hands like this. If we're going to mulligan this and see something similar, but with slightly better mana, I don't think we're in good shape to win that match. Or game, rather. Don't worry about the match. Just take things one game at a time. Scalding Tarn. Could it be Delver? Volcanic Island? Yes! Sorry if that was loud, but I feel like it's been so long. I just want to play against Delver. I just want to play against Delver. Watch me lose fantastically. I could try and get them to Daze a Brainstorm. Yeah, let's try that. Because if I can Bowmasters that DRC, it'd be insane. They're thinking about it. No, they're not. There's another Bowmasters too. Okay, so do I have to keep all these lands in the mix? If they wasteland me. Yeah, let's put away Brainstorm for later. Because you just need to beat Delver's threats and then they can't win. Alright, so we're going to play around Daze. It makes it so I might not be able to even take this creature out with Bowmasters. But we gotta try. If they wasteland me, I'm gonna fire Bowmasters. Because then we'll be a little too far behind Daze, and then we want to set their mana back. If they wasteland me, they're not frogging. If they daze me, they might still be frogging. Okay, there's Flooded Strand. Delver Secrets. Okay, yeah. We'll have something to do no matter what. In fact, I feel like DRC is the one that's more likely to be Bowmasterable at this point. We gotta try this. I'm guessing we'll get dazed. Yes. That's okay, we have another one. And this is better than Baleful Strix getting dazed. because DRC will have to fly into Strix, and then after that we have Edict. They might put something pretty bad on top of their deck to flip Delver, like Force of Will. Oh, they shuffle anyways. Alright. Maybe I should just, like, not done anything. I don't know. It's hard to say. Narset. Not bad. I need to restart the program. This is terrible. It's not really impacting our clock just yet. But if it does, I should probably do it mid-game. Alright, we knew about that. They have Fatal Push on Bowmasters. That's a great exchange. It's even better than Fatal Push on Strix, because I actually do want Strix to trade with a creature. Ideally, oh, that one right there. And we do that before Narset. Another Delver. That is a little worrying. They're also down to 3 cards in hand. Ooh, nice. I need Strix to resolve first. Oh, they're F6'd. Let's do this while this works then. Really tipping their hand here. Alright, we'll send for 2. Now if they hit Strix out of the sky, we'll almost have ground them out. And then we can bolt DRC. But if all goes well, DRC will fly into Strix. And it looks like that's what's going on here. Yep, that's what's going on here. I wonder what's in their hand. Psychic Frog is in their hand. I could get them empty by bolting that and then edicting afterwards. They might not go for that. It's a win-win for us, though. If we get them top decking with Force blue card in hand, then great. Okay, they probably didn't want those cards anyways, but I'm going to take that 2 for 1 off Lightning Bolt. It'd be really interesting, actually, is if I attack with Bowmasters and the army, because I'd much rather actually trade either of those for Psychic Frog. I don't think they will, but let's try. They might just find Bowmasters too annoying and take this chance to remove it from play. No? Okay, fine. Be that way. And that's good for them. Yep. Nice to play against Delver again. Yeah, this lag is distracting me one moment. Alright, let's sideboard real quick. We want 2 red blasts, Fatal Push for sure, Plague Engineer, yeah. And I guess that's about it. Can side down on Narset and Force of Wills, but I want a couple Force just because Frog is so splashy. Full Mater Mage is funny. Probably not good enough though. Yeah, it's not really the right matchup. Blood Moon is also really funny, but probably only acceptable on the play. I like Vendillion Click too in theory. Yeah, let's actually side out Nimble Obstructionist, and then trade a Thoughtseize for another Force, and then on the play just swap those two. That would be the way. Oh boy. I don't think we can keep this hand. Even though the Edict and Stable Mana is pretty sick. Yeah, that's better. Potent diving to 5, that's nice. Real nice. I think I bought him Badlands here. Just kind of invalidate Wasteland. We'll start with Thoughtseize, and then see what we draw from there. If they lead on a 1-drop threat, maybe Thoughtseize can clear the way for Edict. Yep, there's Delver. If by some miracle Delver does not flip by turn 3 for us, we can take it out with Plague Engineer. Oh, we got a Force of Will. But in all likelihood, I'll probably Edict that away next turn. See what's going on over there. We'll take Psychic Frog for sure. Dismember is funny. That was rude. Sorry, it's not funny, but I can't imagine Dismember being good against our deck. Yeah, there's the flip. It's a damn good one, too. However, it won't stop Shieldred's Edict. Even if they ponder, they can't come up with Force Blue card. They can ponder and come up with Daze, though. That's something that can happen. That would be dangerous. Hopefully they just look for a land, though. I guess I just have to force Daze in that scenario. Okay, no, they took a land. Whew. Thank goodness. And we hit Basic Mountain. That's beautiful. The presence of Dismember over there means that I can't cast Plague Engineer until there is a 1/1 or an X1 on the field that will be felled by its mere resolution. Alright, we're going to Brainstorm. Does not bait out a Pyroblast. We have a Psychic Frog. We want to bait out that Pyroblast. I think we should just get Force of Will out of here, because we don't need it. And yeah, we're just going to hold for a moment. Dismember looking pretty good now. Nothing over there. This does favor us for both just kind of accruing resources and passing back and forth. But not if we flood. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We will cast Plague Engineer next turn, and then if they force, then we'll Red Blast. Keep drawing good cards. Unearth on Plague Engineer sounds so sweet. Feels like there should be no limit to the cool things we can do. Take out that. Then they might dismember that. Oh, they have Fatal Push? Okay. Yeah, they're stacked with Interaction. They'll probably Red Blast Snapcaster Mage, which will leave them Dismember for Psychic Frog. There's Psychic Frog. I don't want to lose to a Daze here. I don't think we'd lose to a Daze, but if I can just invalidate a Daze, that would be most preferable. Ooh, Strix. That's pretty good. Get that in around Pyroblast for sure. Yeah, we're running pretty hot here. As it should be. Perfectly on rate with lands. We've seen 6, and we're like a quarter into our deck. Things are going exactly as they should. Minus the whole opponent mulling to 5 thing. Although we mulled to 6, like, it's not a complete sham of a game. And they just Pyroblasted my Strix, so now I guess we do more stuff. Yeah, let's just snap and Thoughtseize right now. I'm not wild about the life loss, but I think we can grind this out. Okay, they did have Daze. I'm fine with that. Their last card is Dismember. Can safely Edict right now. Let's brainstorm. Can't Vendillion click right now either. I could snap, take the Dismember, but I just don't want to fight over the Dismember. I really don't. I have to redraw all these anyways, unless I want to use Snap on a cantrip, and even that's not guaranteed, so let's hide Snap down there and just start like playing out Psychic Frogs, I guess. Also, I want them to Wasteland if they draw that, so do that. Gotta trade with this eventually. And while, yes, it is better to trade with Dismember with like Vendillion Click or something like that. I think I should also try and get this game over with. I'm gonna hold that Swamp. Haven't cast Vendillion Click in ages. Looking forward to this. I like the information. I like the potential combo with like Narset or Bowmasters. Get that Fatal Push out of there. Might draw them into something, but okay, that's good enough for them. Maybe I drew them into a land or another Daze or something. Cool. Well, we've beaten Doomsday and Delver so far, and Unearth has not weighed us down one bit. Might be onto something. All right, here we go for round 3. Can't really tell this is the Unearth build from this opening hand. It's pretty normal Grixis control hand for me. Underground Sea Ponder. We'll see what this is. It might just be blue-black tempo, but I mean, this start was Doomsday in match 1 and Grixis Delver in match 2, so we'll see. Okay, there's Psychic Frog. And Baleful Strix and land number 3. I mean, if this is Doomsday or some combo deck, we're kind of unprepared, even though Narset is usually pretty good in those situations. But if this is any kind of fair deck, I'd say our hand is stacked. What a surprise, huh? If they have days, we're not in good shape. Our frog can be bigger than theirs, but I mean, that's really risky if they have like Fatal Push or something like that. If they have Fatal Push and use that on a Strix, that's a good exchange. They'll get the card they lost back immediately off Psychic Frog. We'll take one. We could Bolt to try and soften their hand up a little bit. But maybe I'll do that next turn and then follow up with Edict. Alternatively, I could try to Edict right now, and if they don't have days, then that's problem solved, you know? But I think this is the best line. Yep, they had days. And that's what makes Psychic Frog so messed up. Just a messed up card, you know? Hopefully they can't add to the board. Brainstorm. They need like Nethergoyf, I guess. Oh, no, that's not true. Oh, yeah, it is. They already played a land. Don't play Nethergoyf. Don't do it. Thoughtseize, that's not good either. Wonder what they'll take. Now I can't really trick them, though. They'll probably take Edict. They only take Frog, interesting. Well, I guess this still works, right? Oh, it'll work. I'll make sure it works. Force of Will and Days. Okay, it's not gonna work, maybe. Stupid deck. I guess I can just get as many cards as possible out of them. What do I even take? I could definitely get a bunch of cards out of them. And they might be running out of gas at that point. So if I take Force and Bolt, then they'll probably discard what? Swamp and Daze? It's not terrible. Can stretch their interaction. Additionally, they did not shuffle, so they know what two cards are on top of their deck right now. They'll have to really think if it's worth investing in this frog that might be edicted. But also if they ditch Brainstorm, they don't. Unearth. Cool. Unearthing Strix is so cool. Alright, as long as they don't put together insane advantage next turn, we should be in pretty good shape. They're definitely getting their money's worth off this frog. We've had to leverage some pretty interesting 2-for-1s off Bull, and we won't be able to do that again, because Bull will just bounce off frog the next time. And they're going pretty deep on this. That also shows me that they're not going to, like, be able to flash in Borrower in response to an edict. Tamiyo. Alright, first things first. Cast Unearth on Baleful Strix. Maybe I'll hit Bolt. I hit another Strix. Probably even better, honestly. Because they could just sacrifice Tamiyo. And I can still hit that Bolt I'm dreaming of. Bowmasters. Not bad. God, Unearth. Such a good card. How do they even get through this? There's no way they want a petty theft. Land Plague Engineer would be a nightmare, but there's no way they're doing that. Nice. They've become confused and frightened. Thought seized you. Reanimate, reanimate, Psychic Frog. Who really cares about reanimate? Or maybe I do. Maybe I care about reanimate. Not incredibly, though. I feel like if I just hold up my guard, I'm in pretty good shape. Like, what if I played Narset right now? That'd be pretty sick. I should probably take one of these reanimates, right? Taking a frog is kind of defeating when they can reanimate. I think reanimate's the most explosive card here. They're at 18. It's nowhere near the punish you want it to be. Yeah, we'll play Narset. Activate that. Take Cling to Dust. If they want to reanimate, they better reanimate now. And that will tie up your mana. They did not petty theft one of my Strixes. And there is inherent risk with reanimating my Psychic Frog. Because I could draw my Brazen Borrower. Lightning Bolt's nice. Getting my card. Getting my Kolagon's Command. Now, if they try to reanimate, yeah, there'll be a lot of things they have to fight through. I wonder if I should just K-Command back my Frog. Really make their reanimates bad for a moment. Get my 2-for-1. Inmate dead hits the yard. Okay, so their hand is still Brazen Borrower reanimate. Suppose now they can petty theft a Strix and do some work. But it would be at great cost. Now they're actually thinking about attack right now. I like it. They're all coming at Narset. Pretty easily block these frogs. Then I get to keep Narset. See, I'm not sure about that attack. Maybe if Tamiyo had power, but it doesn't. If they have a Daze in hand, we could be in a bit of trouble. Passing. Brainstorm, not bad. Oh wait, this deck does not have Tamiyo? Tamiyo would have been pretty nice in the overall package as well, I think. This Bolt is safe. There's no way they can flip Tamiyo while Narset's around. And I should probably try to make a land drop too, right? I get to. Let's put Ponder to draw next turn. Maybe I could have hidden Psychic Frog. I'm just going to let that resolve. They can plan ahead a little bit, but don't think it'll help them out too much. Pondering into a Narset hurts. They shuffle. I'll cling that. Wouldn't mind a little more life. They still have 3 cards in hand. I don't know if it's time for Psychic Frog yet. Definitely time for all of these, though. Snap Unearth. So cool. But also Cling to Dust. I don't know. We just have a million options right now. Under the aegis of Narset as well, it's just a bit ridiculous. It's just a bit ridiculous. Should try and chip away at them, though. Cast Bowmasters. Now we have Bolt. So chipping away at them becomes pretty sick. And they're still hanging out. I think it's fine to start using Cling to Dust here. They don't use much in their graveyard though, so nothing really good to hit. Just hit instants and sorceries because they might have Murktide Region or something like that. Believe I'd like to Brainstorm again. Force of Will should lock this up. Put back what? Brainstorm Edict. Probably pitch Frog to Force of Will. Because they don't have any good targets for like Fatal Push and stuff like that right now. Reanimate that. So I'll let that happen. And they might have days after all this, but we have Edict. Or they might be trying to get one of my threats, maybe. Sure. I don't see anything wrong with this, really. It even deals a little damage to them. And they make a land drop. They have Entomb Reanimate. We do have Force of Will. They pretty much have Entomb Reanimate. Pitch Psychic Frog, like I said I would. We can even just Bolt Psychic Frog. But we might be able to end this game a little faster. Here's that Edict. Hope you didn't forget about it. Yeah, if they don't have anything useful on top of their deck. Or if they reanimate. No, they can't reanimate Archon. They're at 8. But yeah, we can snap Bolt in the end step. If they like play a land here or something, they do. Okay. That's game, baby. Very nice. This deck should have a good Riscaminator matchup. And Unearth, basically a reanimate that can't take my opponent's really cool cards like Archon, but also doesn't cost us any life. That's kind of cool. You know what can take Archons, though? From the Catacombs. But I probably can't bring that in against Day's deck. But I can bring in Red Blast and Fatal Push. Those are good. Consign is a good answer for Animate Dead. I like Surgical Extraction a lot more than Force of Will. Vendillion Click might be hard to leverage, but I want this video to be like cool. Also, I think Psychic Frog is probably, they saw Psychic Frog, which is good. So they might have like Fatal Push and stuff that we don't care about in. And even though we have Unearth and all that, I think I'll let them be the Psychic Frog deck. We'll want to leverage Psychic Frog against like Storm or non-interactive decks, really. These ones, I think I'll let them be the Frog deck, and I think I'd like to benefit from them being one. I also usually side out a land on the draw, just because this deck is so powerful. The margin of error is very slim, and we need to pretty much never fail a top deck, which is a bad place to be, but I think we can handle it. Oh, also, we probably shouldn't try to leverage Narset. Well, I think Kolaghan's Command is actually worse, because not only will they might bring in Hydroblast, but also, as you saw, they had like an Archon that's usually a dead card in hand. I don't want to enable anything by allowing them to discard it for free. And Plague Engineer is also on the line. I don't really know if they're going to have stuff like Orcish Bowmasters. I bet they will. But let's wait and see. Shoot, I need to bring in some stuff, don't I? How about one Consign and another Force of Will until we know if they have Bowmasters or not? Nimble Obstructionist is also the sweet Cryptic Command against Animate Dead. For one less mana even. This hand's great. We got free interaction for their splashiest plays and Fatal Push for their less splashy but just as horrifying lines. Thoughtseize is really good against this deck. That has kind of two modes that rocks back and forth on. It's just good stuff all around. They play Tamiyo. We'll probably have to concede them a clue token. They're going to Thoughtseize. They probably won't really like what they see. Wonder what they'll take. They take Brainstorm. I was kind of expecting them to take Surgical, but they might have sided out of their combo. We're hoping to draw an untapped Black Source. We don't succeed. We'll top anything just to scare our opponent here. If they have Entomb, Reanimate, Daze as their last three cards, then they'll need another land. So yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here. They don't Wasteland. Their Mold of 5 was very helpful to us. Thoughtseize you. Hopefully it's not two lands and an Archon. Pretty damn close. Shit. I guess if I get really desperate, I can Surgical the other Reanimate, but that sounds terrible. I'm curious that they did not. Well, I guess I didn't have Snapcaster in my hand at that time. Just take a Reanimate. If they draw Entomb, for example, we can just Surgical their target. Yeah, there's really not too much point in extracting Reanimate, you know? Brainstorm, sure. They might be trying to get rid of these. Snap Surgical is really cool too. And yeah, we'll want to dodge Wasteland a little bit here. That's not a shuffle, so we can expect these cards to still be in orbit here. Okay. Unlicensed Hearse. Do we think they retained Reanimate? And if so, I don't think so. I think they're better than that. I think we can try that play again on their draw step, but for now, that'd be pretty darn loose. How about the dreaded end of turn Brainstorm here? Dreaded indeed. God, that's bad. I almost want Surgical myself. Yeah, now we really want to dodge Wasteland. Now they know Lightning Bolt's off the table, which might influence their lines a little bit. Just hanging out. Okay, so we know Reanimate and Animate Dead are in the mix. If they have Daze, it's not bad for them here. It doesn't seem like it. Just get to work. Kind of chip them out here. It's going to be hard to cantrip off Cling to Dust, but I think I should try. Well, maybe not. We're drawing Wild again next turn, so yeah, we'll just be patient. Our interaction is substantial until they hit Wasteland, but then we know their hand is Reanimate and Animate Dead right now. Might even be worth it to flash in Snapcaster Mage and be dealing 4 a turn. Mana's going to be tight. Oh, another Brainstorm. Didn't do too well for me last time, but how long can these lands hide, you know? A long time, apparently. Oh boy. That's embarrassing. Fortunately, it did not matter. Okay. Cool. We're 3-0. It always happens at the funniest times, I feel like. But I think game 1 was a nice little showcase for Unearth. So let's keep on rocking. All right, here we go for a round 4 up against my good friend Fausta Souza. Very talented and good player. Often a trophy leader around these parts in the legacy queues. Last we faced each other, they were playing Eldrazi. Not the worst hand against Eldrazi. And also, besides that, they have incredible range. I've played everything from like Control to Storm, so some Stompy as well. So I'm just going to keep this hand with a Thoughtseize in it. Try and figure out what the heck this guy is up to this time. Because it could be anything. We'll get Underground Sea. In the case it's something non-interactive, we'll want to be able to brainstorm. Okay, well, they have a Wasteland, and it looks like they are playing combo. No, I mean, we're Scaminator. I think we just take Psychic Frog. I think we have to. Even though if they Wasteland, it sets them back quite a bit. When are we going to cast our next spell, you know? Alternatively, we can take Brainstorm. I don't really want to take Entomb because it's card disadvantage. But yeah, these bolts are not going to line up super well. I mean, Bolt could be a way we catch back up. I mean, we don't really need to catch up on cards, though. We just need to make land drops. What could I take that would make them not Wasteland, though? If I take Frog, they'll definitely Wasteland. So yeah, let's take Brainstorm. We gotta take some extracurricular lines here to stay in this game, I feel like. But I think this is essentially the same matchup as last round. Okay. It was all for naught. They seem to be in no hurry to get their frog down. See what happens. We're not in great shape. But I feel like we're one land drop away from making something happen. That Entomb's a ticking time bomb, though. But I do think that it was a gambit probably worth taking to try and get them to not wasteland me. So they'll probably find it pretty strange that I decided to fetch an Underground Sea to Thoughtseize when I could have, done something else and played around Wasteland. So they'll either read that I top decked these lands or that, I don't know, that I wasn't concerned with Wasteland and wanted to be mana efficient. There's Psychic Frog. Terror of the Legacy Keys. Let's cast Bowmasters. They might not be ready for 2 copies. Kolaghan's Command. Not that great, I will say. I'm assuming they'll jump their frog and get to work. They can mostly shrug off Bowmaster. If I bolt now, I can get an extra 2 cards off this thing. But I kind of like the idea of having 2 Bowmaster triggers and racing. But it is strange. Oh, they've drawn so many lands. I seem to have not tracked their hand very well. Oh, right, because they played the Underground Sea. Okay, sure. So, kind of rough. Don't think we're winning this race any longer. But we do have 2 lightning bolts. It could get pretty weird out of nowhere. But also, like, they get to draw a card when Psychic Frog connects. Not good for us. If they play a land out here, if I draw a red source, I can double bolt Frog. Then they won't have too much going on until they top deck or reanimate, which would be a problem. Animate dead their troll. Sure. The race is getting wild. Strix. Not great. I'll attack. No block. Yeah, to be expected. If only I had gotten Basic Island. Well, I couldn't do that, though, because then I wouldn't have been able to Thoughtseize. How does this work? If they Entomb, reanimate Atraxa, and somehow lose to my double bolt, I guess that could work. That seems insane. Not really sure how this works. Probably just the flip side of this matchup. We're so close to taking out this troll. 1 damage away. I'm not sure if there's a single draw that gets me out of this. Strix into... I don't have Fatal Push. I guess I could Brainstorm. No, if I had a blue source and Brainstorm. Yeah, this doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I'm working on it. Unearth. Does that do it? I think I'll be a little short. That's 2 more damage. Put them to 8. Crack for... Put them to 4. Yeah, we're just a little short here. We'll try it though. I mean, they gotta have something going on, right? I know they have an Entomb. Yeah, this will put them to 1. Oh, man. The frog can't fly, but it doesn't matter. Both of these threats are lethal, and this thing takes 3 things to block, because of course it does. If only they had fetched. I feel like they haven't fetched once, right? Maybe they'll fetch before combat. There's no way they'll go to 3. Yep. Well, that was unfortunate. But I think Unearth probably gave us the best shot at winning there. More so than any other card. Alright, we're down a game, but that's okay. Our matchup gets so much better post side. It's not even funny how much better the matchup gets. Now we're on the play. I think I'm going to just get all these Force Wills out of here. And I think Frog gets a lot better on the play as well. Either that or my personality has entirely changed from since the last match, which is also possible. Just approaching things a little differently. Take that Thoughtseize. Kolaghan's Command out. And another cut. Oh, right. I usually cut a land. It'd be very results-oriented thinking to not cut a land after the last game. We're usually given the option to play around Wasteland a little more. And it might be worth experimenting cutting a Badlands rather than Bloodstained Mire. I'm not sure if it's the best time to experiment when you're down a game and you're 3-0, but I don't need trophies. I need to play Grixis Control and show others how to play Grixis Control. That's what I need to do. There's also the question of whether keeping all these lightning bolts is good enough. We might want to do something like that. Lightning bolt doesn't always line up the best against Riskaminator. Because I don't know if these decks still run Douthie Voidwalker. I mean, they probably do. It's just a very powerful card. I want to cast Vendillion click against Riskaminator. I think just any kind of methods of harassing the hand is really nice against this deck. Maybe I don't want Consign to Memory? I don't know. We'll see. Looks good to me. We fight their combo. We fight their frog. We bring our own frog. What are the odds I'll Pyroblast on turn 1? Almost 0. Misses for Frog and Murktide. We don't have Murktide Regent in this version because part of the deck building things that we were talking about were replacing Murktide with Vendillion Click for this experiment. Let's play Psychic Frog. They can't Daze off Swamp. What they can do is Entomb Reanimate, but I'm not going to like mulligan to a hand with Graveyard Hate when they have such a solid fair plan as well. It's Fatal Push. I find that a little more sad. We also have Unearth though, so maybe it's not so bad. We're going to see a Psychic Frog from the opposing side here. No, we'll see Ponder. If I play Island next turn, they might not even really be thinking about red mana. Additionally, if they wasteland me, well, then I'll probably just get bad lands. But if I could get Mountain, that'd be pretty nice. They're going to Thoughtseize me. No more tricks. They see Opposition Agent. If they want to try and stick Frog, though, like, they'll have to fight through Snap and Pyroblast. But we are feeling a little low on gas. And I think okay, I did set out the land. So we do have, I feel like our best shots at actually getting a good top deck here. They take Pyroblast. So maybe they're not as concerned about Snapcaster Mage, where they figure they'll just counter it. This gives up some information, but I feel like the highest upside is untapping with Psychic Frog. Alright, they didn't want every card in that Ponder. They have Psychic Frog. I wonder if they have a way of beating this Pyroblast. I think we ought to try. Traxa in Exile. So if I attack and they block, that's probably as good as it's going to get. Because if they attack, they'll have 3 cards in hand and can pretty easily beat Psychic Frog. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than this. Or do I just let them? Yeah, I'm not going to attack first. If they attack first, then they get the first card, but I could also top deck Unearth, one of my many answers to Psychic Frog. There's a lot of things we can do here. Yeah, they can have this if it means I can draw a card on my turn. Throw this back and forth a little bit. If they answer my Frog, I will have to top deck well. Petty Theft. Could be worse, I guess. But definitely tough that I'm not going to get to... Oh, the old blue removal spell. Sure. Now, if they don't have Daze and I can draw 3 off Lorien Reveal, that would offset some of the Psychic Frog pain. This is kind of the final frontier. Please work. Great. But it's Lorien Revealed, so you have to draw at least 2 lands whenever you cast that spell. Even though you side one out. Makes perfect sense. Trax is not in this game either. Like, I feel like if I can just beat their creature, their measly creature, we're in really good shape to take this over. They shuffle. They figure it's time to deal some more damage. And yeah, they will grind this out. Wasteland. That one I don't mind so much. Alright, come on, top deck. It's not that great, to be honest. Thought sees you. Archon hits the bin. Force negation hits the bin. So I guess I lock out Entombs. If I just play Opposition Agent right now, it's fine enough. I need to deal with this right now, though. Put it on top. I hope the top 2 cards of your library are not good. If I can just deal with this frog, and they don't get massive advantage, I feel like I have a shot. If they reanimate that Archon, things are bad. Gotta be kidding me right now. Oh boy. This match has not gone well. It will continue to not go that well. So I can finally take out the frog, but then I lose to the Archon attack. Yeah, I think I just lose to the Archon attack. Bummer. Well, if I had to lose to someone, I guess I'm glad that it is Fausto. But good lord. We did not run well. Alright, one more round here. We're on the draw with 1 land and a cantrip. Force, but no blue card. Let's just throw it back. Sure, I'll keep that. And get rid of Brainstorm, I guess? Yeah. Let's stay threat dense when we have to mulligan. Ooh, Eldrazi. I was kind of hoping to go up against this deck. Now, you could argue that I was supposed to force that, since they might have Cavern of Souls next. However, I'd like my new plan to be shuffle my deck, I guess. But I was gonna say stick Psychic Frog and protect it with Force of Will. But I need black mana to do that. Okay, it's eluding me. Maybe this is just the law of averages. Like, we run good and things feel normal for the first 3 matches, and then the final 2, the deck refuses to cooperate. Which is not my experience with Grixis control, as you all know. Usually things go mathematically sound. This card is probably the strongest card I've seen in a long time. But doesn't seem like particularly ban-worthy like Nadu or whatever, so it'll probably always escape justice, but I do find this to be like of an extreme power level. Black Source? Crap. Can I just go to game 2? I think so, actually, because we're going to get hit for 11. And then even if I block the big one, it takes 6, provided our, say our Black Source takes a life to get. Yeah, let's just go to the next one. I should have forced hit that Herald's the end. But let's try and like conceal information and then also make it look like we're tilting. Ah! Oh, wow. Look, it was never going to come. Oh, there it was. Cool. All right, let's get Blood Moon, Fulminator Mage, Opposition Agent from the Catacombs. Hell yeah. Consigned to Memory. I mean, that might be not a great choice against a deck with Wasteland and Sowing Myco Spawn. But we gotta do it. Now let's cut 1 Bowmasters, Narset, Cling. Can't side out Unearth. I don't think I would anyways. I can see this keeping us alive. Anything with flying and flash is really good against this deck, provided they're on Ancient Tomb, which they run 4 of. Oh, Fatal Push is an upgrade to Lightning Bolt, but now I need 2 more cuts. How about another Bowmasters and then also an expensive card? How about 1 Kolaghan's Command? Actually, I'm a little more into going down to 2 forces on the play and bringing back a Bowmasters. Oh, and I want Plague Engineer. I definitely want Plague Engineer. It's actually pretty good against this deck. And them and their spawns. I don't know. Just the way things are. I feel like if I hit the mulligan button, nothing good will come of it. This hand would have been great against that last game. This gets basic mountain. This will get basic swamp. Island is in hand. We'll be fine. See? We'll be fine. You're gonna be fine. I apologize for that outburst. Nice. Come at me. I'm playing Sneak and Show with lightning bolts. Do you think Sneak and Show with 4 lightning bolts in the sideboard is good? Linebreaker? Scary stuff. Just kidding. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little loopy. Oh my god. The funny thing is like, depending on how much they continue to use that mana source, it might have been better to just point everything at them. Okay, I can't counter this, so I should probably Bolt Snap Bolt, which means I am countering the trigger on this card. Seems kind of dumb, but I believe that's right. Then we're left with a top deck and a Snapcaster Mage. I think I should Surveil right now as well. Because, yeah, we do need our top decks to be good from here on out. The other thing I could do is block Thought-Knot Seer with Snapcaster Mage. There's no time for that. And seeing as Bolt Snap Bolt, crap, is a pretty involved line mono-wise. Another Ancient Tomb. They do have the Yavimaya though, so it's a bit of a problem. What the hell's this? World Breaker? Oh, it's selling Mycospawn. Devil of a card. I told you it was too strong. So I think what I'll do is Snap Bolt, block the Thought-Knot Seer. They might read me for another Bolt, but they might not. Damage went through. Cool. We'll do this on their end step. All right. Ponder. Ponder. Little help. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do just fine. I wish I could keep more of these, but unearth that Snapcaster Mage. Hit him with the lightning bolt. I mean, Thought-Knot Seer would have complicated this a little bit, but yeah, if I just started pointing all of these bolts at their face, would have been pretty good. I hope they don't have much gas left. Looks like they have a line breaker, because they're making that red over there. But to get colorless mana, they can use Cavernous Souls, yeah. But it would have been cool. Wastecape Battle Mage? That card is scary. I hope I top deck Plague Engineer. Then I would get that jump blocker out of the way. Strix, not bad either. Should I ponder first? I don't think so, because then I might lose out on getting this at all. And it seems pretty important. Opposition Agent, okay. They would need to pivot onto Ayabugan at that point. Okay, they want trade. It's fine with me. Lotus Petal. Could be worse. Aw, oh, dude, not cool. Ah, oh, this card's so busted. Eldrazi are so busted. Best creature type of all time. Truly unparalleled. Let's brainstorm. They're out of cards. Orcish Bowmaster's not bad. Yeah, we need to fight this board. Boy, do we need to fight this board. Are they F6'd? They are not F6'd. Then I suppose I will not try to attack their spawns. Maybe they'll top deck a land. Maybe they'll top deck Ayavugan. This can become bigger. They don't really draw cards. Okay, that thing's gone. Okay, cool. That's what we needed. Now we just need to draw a good card, and we're back in this. Oof. So sad right now. We're not blocking with that. But they are. God, this Cling to Dust would be so nice right now. It's always the cards that would be bad until they're not. No attack is so strange. Alright, little help here. Come on. You are killing me right now, deck. If I fetch, we'll be way over rate on lands. That would be 12 lands out. Well over halfway. We're not even really close to being halfway through our actual deck. And they top decked Fleshraker. That's a problem. Just in case I draw Blood Moon, which wouldn't even be that good here. Ponder, okay. Help me out. Consign and Unearth. Okay, well, we'll Unearth Snapcaster Mage, which will have to target Lightning Bolt to hit the Fleshraker. But if I do Bowmasters, that'll give me a 2/2. And then it's probably too late for Consign. But can it be? Maybe it can never be too late for Consign. What if I unearth Bowmasters after that and just start attacking? I don't feel like I can leave that Fleshraker on the battlefield. I think we'll have to try and use Consign to get over the line. There's also Opposition Agent, but these spawns are really screwing with things. Maybe if they cast Sowing Myco Spawn, I'll get a free shuffle. How cool would that be? Okay, this is always happening. Gotta choose. Or I could hit Lightning Bolt their face. Does that make any sense? I kind of like the idea of going wide. I don't know. I think keeping the Flesh Raker around is just too dangerous. I hate to say it. I wish things were different. I really do. I might regret that. Y'all can hop in the comments and tell me if that made any sense. Thought Not Seer. Well, that's a huge creature. I'm drawing Consign. And then I'm drawing Polluted Delta, which is scary. But then we can have even less lands in our deck, I guess. It's not good. It's not good. It's weirdly balanced. Drowsy Temple. Yeah, they don't attack. I feel like I can't afford to miss another top deck. It's 13 lands out of my deck, which means 6 remain. I can turn that number into 5. 5 out of 30. Doesn't seem particularly likely. But then I'd be at 5. Maybe that doesn't matter so much. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it. But yeah, you can see how much of a disaster that would have been if Fleshraker was still around. It would have made another spawn. It would have hit me for 1. Bad. Okay, they're flooding. This is our chance. This is our chance. Give me something good. These ponders. I feel like I've cast 5 this game. Surely this can't be legal. Fatal Push. Hell yeah. Fulminator Mage. It's a little late for that. I think it's better as the Grey Ogre. It's what I always talk about. Card's a damn good Grey Ogre. Attack. So say I blow up Yavimaya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they have plenty of mana. But say I did, and it turned off their Ancient Tombs. They'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Still too much. Let's have a Fulminator just hang around. If they get a bigger creature than a 2/2 out, though, then maybe. But also, if I can blow up both caverns and Consign becomes an actual counterspell, that'd be kind of cool. At the same time, I wouldn't be mad if they top decked another cavern. Oh god. Oh god. That's not good. What if I counter this trigger? This will be 6 damage. Screaming, coming at me. I could block it with Opposition Agent, because it's just going to happen again next turn. Yeah, I don't find that acceptable at all. Or I could block with Fulminator Mage and the army. And go to 2. Maybe that's better. I mean, fetch lands will still make mana as long as Yapamai is around. Sure. This would have been the end if I'd let that Fleshraker stick around. It would have been the end. And now I think we start attacking with the opposition agent. Kind of tempt them. Oh, do they have Kozilek's Command? Oh, maybe they have Sowing Mycospawn in hand. That must be it. Right? Does anything else make sense? Unfortunately, if I draw Thoughtseize, I can't cast it. Ooh, Blood Moon. Better late than never, I guess. I don't think this will be the end of cards they can play, though. But you can hope. Nasty shit. Ah. Taking the damage. They can't cast Kozilek's Command. Everything is counterable. There goes their 2/2. Boo. Boo. They're gonna make me draw every land in my deck before anything cool happens? Alright, as long as I get to hold up Consign, we are in good shape. I should stop that. I don't know. Let's just do it a bunch of times. No reason not to. One there, one there. Same targets, one there. I don't know, yeah, just counter it all. And then can I top deck a Lightning Bolt? Brainstorm. Might give me Lightning Bolt. No, it won't. Damn it. What was I thinking? Kolaghan's Command. It's so close. It's so close. Actually, it does work. Because there's a Bowmaster's there. Well, we did it. Not sure how, but we did. I guess I got one more game in me. Despite feeling like a crazy person. Oh man, From the Catacombs would have been sweet. It would have been the right time to draw that. I think. I think we had 2 swamps. Yeah, because we just did a line that requires double black. Okay. I don't think they have Chalice of the Void. All the same, let's set out Thoughtseize, get a 3rd Force, and then Bolt was pretty darn good. If they have Linebreaker and It That Heralds the End, and Ancient Tomb, and Mycospawn, I don't see any problem with running Lightning Bolt. There's nothing wrong with it. I think this has been a good league for Unearth. I'm a little sad I didn't get to play with more Vendillion Click, but oh, come on. They're keeping 7 and we get a no-lander? Mulligan. Alright, I can live with that. Keep, and I guess probably have to bottom Force of Will. Seems really risky, but their turn 1 plays aren't the scariest. And I don't think I can leverage a 1 for 2. Leyline of the Void. Well. Well. Crap. It's a different deck, folks. They registered a different deck. Well, it turns out all that would have been really nice. I mean, this doesn't really turn off consign to memory. We need to replicate. But there are a lot of things it does mess up. Like not being able to stop this line breaker is a bit shit. If we can just get through this though, I'll be feeling pretty good. Yeah. That'll help. That'll also help. If our life total holds out. Wasteland is super annoying though. Seeing as I don't have another blue source. Oh my god, this is a lot of damage. You're gonna split it up. Block that one, I guess. Take 9. Go to 6. Full Mater Mage. Well, I'm afraid this is the end for us. Should have kept that Force of Will, it turns out. Yep, that's lethal. Well, I guess I could cycle this into a Force of Will. And go to 1. Shieldred's Edict? Come on, I needed that. Like a second ago. Alright, I mean, that second game was really cool, wasn't it? This last game was a complete farce. And I feel like it kind of is continuing the trend of me playing kind of badly in donation bonus leagues, which I don't want to advertise as being the case. I guess I've just been, I don't know, no excuses. I think it was really cool to see Unearth in action, and maybe I shouldn't be that upset over a 3-2 record either. I think the only game that didn't really feel, well, that last game didn't really feel competitive. And then before that, I feel like these 2 games also were pretty tough to stomach. And then outside of that, I think Unearth did a lot of cool stuff. I think it was a fun league. And yeah, I feel like I'm not done trying Unearth though. I did a lot of powerful stuff this league, and I'd like to see it do more stuff. Just seems like a really economical and powerful card, and pretty unique in what it offers. So yeah, I guess I'll leave it there. Adam, thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter, and I'll see y'all in the next one.